Hello everyone, welcome back to Mario Galaxy 2. Apologies for no video on Monday. I had a long day at work and really did not feel like talking about bullshit into a microphone over the video game, as much as I enjoy doing these for you. After a long day of being out of the house at work and listening to people talk, sometimes you just need to take a little break. I also had to go to the grocery store, so that took up some time. And then I wanted to eat dinner, and then I was hanging out, and then I was watching Jersey Shore, because I've been doing that. And it was just, it was just the best course of action to just take a night off. Anyway, here we are in Beep Galaxy. I think I asked myself out loud during a video if this was in this game, and lo and behold, it is. And I'm about to get a lot of star bits from it because I'm about to die like 5 times during this. I don't know what it is, I've been like really sucking ass at this game, it feels like. I mean, I've probably been doing no better or worse than I normally do, but I just feel like I've been making a lot of very silly mistakes. But that is me for you. And yeah, the real trouble is trying to get the Comet Medal. That kind of fricked me. But, because of how I wanted the video to cut off, for this one, I, just left all the deaths in. A little bit of a shorter video than normal. Yeah, and that was fucking stupid. Like, I was definitely up on the edge far enough to fucking grab onto it, and I didn't, and then I was like, I don't know, I was thinking that I didn't, like, I thought that spinning would work, and it didn't, and it just kind of did what you just saw, and I was angry. So there's a great recounting of my emotions while I was playing this. I'm sure it was very fun to hear about. Anyway, I like this level. It's, simple enough concept. There's like 5 levels like this in 3D Land. And I think there's one like this in Galaxy 1. I don't really remember. And maybe one in Odyssey. And I'm sure there's at least one like this in 3D World. A lot of, I've talked already about how a lot of different world gimmicks that kind of originated with Galaxy and then were honed and, changed up a little bit by 3D Land, and then, from what I understand and from what I've seen of it, honed even further in 3D World. But anyway, I hope everyone's having a good Tuesday. I forgot that it was Tuesday this morning. I thought that it was Wednesday, and I was kind of excited because Wednesday is like the halfway point of the week, and so we have that to look forward to. And but no such luck. It's Tuesday. The the worst day of the week to realize that it is, because I'm always acutely aware of Mondays. But, and, you know, like I said, Wednesday, you get the halfway point. Thursday, you get to be like, well, at least tomorrow's Friday. Friday is good for obvious reasons. Monday, you just power through. I mean, Monday is Monday, you know, it's the start. So there's no use being like, oh, only 4 days. Like, no, it's stupid. It's just the beginning of the week. But Tuesday is that weird little fucking thing in the middle where you're like, well, tomorrow is halfway through the week, and it's like, oh, but that's, like, if you're starting up Tuesday, at the beginning of Tuesday, that's of no comfort to you, especially if you're like me today and you knew it was going to be a long day. But luckily, after my long day of work, I got to go to the halal cart near my house again, which I think I talked about getting in the last video, or it was not very long ago, but yeah, there is a halal food cart outside of my apartment now, and that has happened before, and it's a little bit dangerous. I don't really know what I was doing there. I was playing like Ring Around the Rosie or something. But yeah, I talked about it before, but one of my favorite things about living in this city is the halal food trucks. It's just so much food for so little money. Like, my go-to order is like $6 and easily fills me up for like a whole half of the day. And I didn't get a lunch break, so I ended up, it was my first meal of the day, and I ate it at like 6. Yeah, it's in my belly still. I'm probably gonna eat something else late at night before I go to bed, because I don't want that to be the only thing that I ate, but it's a lot. I mean, it's meat and rice and veggie shit and stuff. It's pretty good. And this is a new truck. There's a bunch. I've been to a lot around the city. I've probably been to about 7 or 8 different halal food carts over the almost 6 years I've lived here. Just very close to 6 years. And I certainly have my faves. I have one that I go to just because of proximity. It's just convenient. And then I have the one that was the first one that I ever tried, and that's the OG. And probably my favorite. I don't know enough about food or the specific preparation of, you know, halal food, or like any of the particular dishes that they have. I don't know enough about food to be able to say that it's like the best of the ones I've had. And all of them have their different qualities. I mean, it's basically the same thing, but, you know, sometimes, you know, the way the chicken is cooked is a little different between them, or usually it's a difference in sauce. You know, usually sometimes hot sauce is a little hotter, whatever. Sometimes the rice to meat to salad ratio is different. Some places, sometimes the content of the salad is different. Some places just have lettuce. Other places have lettuce and cucumber and tomatoes. Some places throw onions in there, which I'm always, you know, happy about. But I go to the OG one a lot, and they call me their #1 customer, and I don't want to get too... I don't want to get too big-headed about that whenever it happens, because I feel like they probably say that to a lot of people, you know? Just anybody that... Surely there's someone else who goes to that cart as often as I do. I mean, when I was in school, I was going there, like, twice a week at one point. Like, I was really... I've eaten there a lot. I have patronized them a lot. I've given them many dollars. I try to tip generously when I go there because it's just 2 very nice men that work there. And, yeah. That's one of my favorite things to be, is a regular at a food place, and I've been that all my life, even at, you know, just kind of bullshit-ass places. Like, I'm a regular, it feels so, like, dorky to say, but I'm a regular at one of the Dunkin' Donuts here in the city, because whenever I do have a longer break and can go get something to eat, I usually just go to the Dunkin' Donuts that's nearby, because it's a short walk away, and because they have the wake-up wraps or the breakfast sandwiches, and those are like $2, but, you know, reasonably filling for, you know, a quick bite during work before I have to get back to doing stuff. And, yeah, you know, it's just easy. But anyway, now they've noticed that I get that all the time, and it's gotten to the beautiful point that I love when it happens, which is where I come into a restaurant and I don't even need to tell them what I want. They just look at me and go, okay, time to start making one of these for this guy who gets them. And they're not annoyed by it. Sometimes they comment on it, which I could kind of do without, because it's like, I'm spending money. Don't make fun of me for getting the same thing all the time. But I do that a lot, and even just my friends and people around me have always commented on us in a lot of, you know, in a lot of ways and with a lot of different things, but especially with food. I'm kind of a one-trick pony. I mean, I do like trying new things, but if I find something that I like, I'm gonna do it many, many times, like every time that I can. Because good food is good food, so especially if it's something that's like filling and not that expensive, then yeah. But that's always been the thing. I mean, like, people would always clown me in school for always eating Reese's Cups. Like, that was whenever we would be at 7-Eleven or wherever for a snack, I would always get Reese's Cups and be like, oh, you never get anything other than Reese's Cups. And it's like, because I don't need anything else. The Reese's Cups fulfill what I need when I want a little snack. So yeah, I love being a regular at places. I've been at several times in several different establishments, and I like it. And usually the people working there seem to enjoy it too, because I'm a regular. You know, they know what I want and how I like it. I have pretty, you know, normal, basic taste, so I'm not one of those people that has, like, who comes... I'm not annoying regular, like, because I've worked in food and shit, and I know what it's like to have someone who comes every day and has, like, this hyper-specific laundry list of shit that they need, and that can be a little bit annoying. Like, that fucking Twitter thread of people who work, like, baristas posting people's long-ass coffee orders. Those are stupid. But, you know. And again, I, you know, try to tip. I try to be a friendly, easy customer everywhere I go. I try to just be an easy to deal with person. I know that, you know, based on my own experience doing jobs like that, they probably are not thinking about it at all, and if they're like me, they're, no matter who they're interacting with, they're probably just thinking, I want to fucking go home. But, you know, I don't know. You try to be a good guy in whatever way you can. Whatever. Anyway, I've managed to completely ignore talking about the Bowser Jr. level we just did and Mighty Mega Hammer. I used to have a lot of trouble with that boss. I actually remember the first time that I played through this game, I was stuck on that one for... I think I got a game over on that boss, which is pretty pathetic, honestly. It's not all that hard. But that end part where, you know, he smashes the things down and the rings of impact come out and you have to float with Yoshi and then shoot the things at the guy's titties or at his head. it can be tough. I'm having halal food burps now. But it didn't give me too much trouble this time around, which is nice. Anyway, yeah, now we're in World 4. We are moving along in this game at a brisk pace. Feels like, you know, I mean, we're already a little bit more than halfway to the end of the game's story, insofar, like, such that it has one. But as most of you know, we have a lot of extra stuff to do, and I'm going to try to make that as painless as possible. If you haven't guessed yet, I'm letting all of the prankster comments pile up, and I think I'm just going to do them all in one go later. I'm going to just play through this game, getting all of the regular stars that you can, like all the hidden stars and shit like that. Get to the end, do the Bowser level and all that jazz, all the post-game rigmarole and shit. And then I'll go through, not post-game, but World S. I don't know why I'm acting like I'm fucking spoiling Mario Galaxy 2, the game that's been out for 11 years and has no actual, like, I'm gonna spoil that there's a 7th world, like, oh, dude, I wanted to find that out for myself in 2021. I like this thing. I like this little planet. I generally like this level. I know it's just everything is big, but I don't know, it's kind of cool. And, you know, you get a nice little smattering of types of areas and stuff. I like that little pipe that you fly through and all the star bits and shit. You know, it's just cool. It's a cool little galaxy. I kind of wish that there was, like, more stuff like it, you know, like more big guy stuff. And that was just pure ass on my part. Pure assery. Let's hop over here and collect some coins, shall we? It's pretty pointless, all you're gonna get is a 1-up, but it's fun, and it gives you a chance to practice some long jumps. It really takes until, like, World 3 or 4, I guess more like World 3, for the game to start, like, having parts where long jumping is, like, explicitly what you have to do, you know what I mean? To do, like, regular, stars. Obviously, I've been doing a lot of long jumps because I'm a sick gamer, even though when I try to do, like, an epic, like, trick shit jump, I fuck it up almost 100% of the time, but whatever. What are you gonna do? And here's me dicking around until I remembered that this is actually where the hidden star is, and that I didn't want to get that yet, because then I have to do the whole level again and and then just do this last bit. So yeah, you can see the star right there. We will be back for it, but before we gotta get big wiggled, we gotta spend some time with the Wiggles. So before the video ends, I want to circle back, even though I hate that phrase. I want to go back to a thing that I mentioned in a recent video, and that I've talked about in some capacity about 4,000 times in my videos, which is that the internet sucks now and the old internet was good. And I was talking about Twitter and how it should be broken up into multiple websites, and how I prefer the days of forums and shit. And I remembered something while seeing, like, a succession of, like, 5 shitty posts that were all shitty in the same general way in a row, in, like, quick succession the other day. And that is that Twitter sucking a lot in the last few years more than usual seems to be connected to the migration of Tumblr users, and more broadly, just, like, the Tumblr mindset to Twitter in recent years. I don't know why that is, because from what I understand, there are still people on Tumblr. And I mean, it's not like people can't be on 2 websites at the same time. But Yeah, like, I don't know. And it's not all children, because I've mentioned that before, how a lot of the most annoying people with the worst takes on the internet are just literal children who don't know anything. But some of these people are grown adults, and even grown adults with, like, fairly, like, comfortable, high-paying, and maybe even influential positions, like, in education and shit. Or they just have a PhD in, like, nap time or whatever. But yeah, stuff like calling everything mental illness, like, just normal human things they want to make into some like the glorifying kind of way of talking about mental illness that was endemic to Tumblr when I was on it, at least. Getting insanely angry at someone over, like, a just total misreading of what they're saying, just, like, willfully misunderstanding what they're saying in the post and getting mad at it, or getting mad about something completely, entirely unrelated. I can't think of any specific examples right now, but I'm sure people know what I'm talking about. Like, counting up people's internet transgressions of their bad takes or their problematic opinions or their bad posts from the past, and, like, giving them badness points of, and then there's, like, the degrees of separation where, like, if you follow that person, then you are by proxy the very worst reading of, of themselves and whatnot. Yeah, it's not very good. And I think it's a big part of why Twitter sucks. So those are my parting thoughts for the evening. Next time we are going to do more World 4, and we're going to hop on some honey. So see you then for that.